Fired Up Network. The On the Mat Wrestling Show at 2021 Royal Rumble preview with Giancarlo Alino and Mark Freitas. Giancarlo, Mark, first of all, how you doing?
I'm doing well. It's WrestleMania season starting tomorrow. I'm excited.
All right, so Giancarlo, first of all, we're live right now, just before SmackDown. Expect some changes to the Royal Rumble lineup because SmackDown, Giancarlo does the radio side, Fired Up Radio Network there. So for today on SmackDown, but let's get to the main card, guys. Here now, tag team titles are on the line. It will be Charlotte and Asuka versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. Let's start off with Mark.
Well, that match, I think that could go either way. But I think maybe Asuka and Charlotte retain, and I think they'll go into WrestleMania as champs, and they'll probably drop the belts there. So,
all right.
Yeah.
So, are you ready for Asuka, Mark?
I'm never ready for Asuka. I'm like 1 step, 2 steps behind. So,
all right. Giancarlo. Well, Giancarlo.
I'm going to go Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax winning this.
Yeah, and so you think they're going to win back the tag team titles?
I just see Charlotte and Asuka. They haven't really been featured as a team, but I see them losing the titles and Charlotte going on into the Rumble and one of the favorites in that match.
All right, so then we have, I'll skip through the men's and ladies Royal Rumble matches. We'll get to the main matches, and then we'll get to Royal Rumble. Giancarlo, you'll start us off. The last man standing bout for the Universal title, Roman Reigns, the Tribal Chief, versus the Canadian, the Quebecer, Kevin Owens. Giancarlo?
Yeah, this match, I think we're going to see a lot of interference. I see Roman Reigns getting the win. I think Jey Uso is going to come out. Adam Pearce, I think, is going to come out. I wouldn't rule out Adam Pearce getting involved physically here. Might see a different side of the official of Adam Pearce. I think we're going to get the old school guy coming in. Maybe we'll even see him in the Rumble match, but I think him and Jey Uso are going to go at it. And that will clear the way there for Kevin Owens and Roman. But I just think the interference is going to cost Kevin Owens a match, and Roman will retain the title.
All right, Mark.
I want to say KO because I want to see him win the belt, but it's gonna be Roman. I agree with everything that Giancarlo said. There's gonna be interference. Roman's gonna win, and yeah, he's gonna go in Mania as champ because as much as I like KO to win, it won't happen. It won't happen.
It won't happen. All right. So Roman, the Tribal Chief, goes in. All right. And then we have the WWE Championship match, Drew McIntyre versus Goldberg. Mark, start us off.
Oh, God. Is it weird that... Not weird. I honestly, God, I hope I'm wrong. But I'm going to say Goldberg's going to win this. There's just something in my gut telling me Goldberg's going to win. He's going to go into Mania as champ. And I hope I'm wrong.
Well, a lot of people are big fans of Goldberg, like Kevin Nash, like Triple H, like Jericho. Anyways, Giancarlo, who's your pick?
I would not be surprised if Goldberg wins this. Unfortunately, I think that Drew McIntyre should win this, but it's rare that we see Goldberg on a losing streak. So I think Goldberg might actually take this. It won't be a long reign. I say he drops it quick. Maybe The Miz cashes in on Monday Night Raw and then goes into the Elimination Chamber as a champion. But I do not have a good feeling about this. I think Goldberg will be the WWE champ. This will be a good way for WWE to run out his contract. And then Goldberg can go back to follow Sting in TNT, where he belongs in AEW.
Oh my God.
What are you talking about? He belongs in AEW? Okay, I know this is a Royal Rumble preview on the Mat Wrestling Show, but look, he mentions AEW and he mentions Goldberg, okay? Sting is going to wrestle for the first time in the next pay-per-view Okay, he's in a tag team match. What do you think? Who's going to feud with Goldberg? Miro, the best man? Go ahead, Giancarlo. Who's going to feud if he does go to AEW? Who's going to feud with Goldberg? Tully Blanchard?
Probably Miro. Yeah,
I just said
Miro.
Miro.
They got a lot of guys there. Team Taz, Brian Cage. I think Goldberg can go run over some guys over there, improve the streak, start the streak again on TNT, get the hype behind him, and maybe Kenny Omega. Maybe he goes after those guys. I just think Goldberg and TNT is the perfect fit right now in his career.
What about Goldberg and Access TV for Impact Wrestling? Because, they have Impact, and Impact could definitely use a Goldberg.
Yeah, they could. It would be interesting.
All right, Mark?
That's where you hire Ryback. No,
Feed him more.
what was his name when he first? I remember on Twitter they used to call him Ryberg.
Ryan Reeves.
Oh, I know, but someone called him Ryberg. But anyway, no. So I don't know if Goldberg were to go to AEW, I think it would be cool, but if he were to go, I'd want him to spear Marco Stunt out of his shoes. Kind of like he did to Nunzio back in the 04 Rumble.
That's right.
All over again.
All right. I take it you guys are the hugest fans of Goldberg. Okay, so now
this guy. Don't get me wrong. I just can't do the 2-minute matches.
Okay, so let's get to one of the Royal Rumbles, the Ladies Royal Rumble. All right, first let's start off with Mark. Mark, you'll start the ladies, and Giancarlo will start the men there. So, Mark, I'm not going to ask you right now who's going to win. Royal Rumble, every year we have 2-3 surprises.
Yeah, and
let's pick up 1 or 2 surprises. Who do you think surprise in the Royal Rumble match itself?
Surprise can also be from NXT brands as well, the brand NXT.
Yes, yeah, I believe a couple of wrestlers are coming over from NXT for a Royal Rumble. I don't know if they're going to be full time on the main roster, but I know one in particular is going to show up.
Well, it's kind of a long shot, I think, but maybe Ronda Rousey comes back. I've been seeing a lot of stuff online about that, so maybe she could be a surprise entry. My other surprise entry could be, I think, what's her name, Raquel Gonzalez, and I'm gonna probably just go with as well Toni Storm. I think those 3 would probably be a surprise entry in the Rumble.
Okay, before you pick the winner, go to Giancarlo. Give me 2 or 3 surprises on the ladies' side.
Yeah, so for that one, I'm gonna go Melina, Tessa Blanchard, and Taya Valkyrie as the 2 debuts. From NXT, I like Mark's pick. I think Raquel Gonzalez, maybe even Toni Storm, based on what happens in NXT. But I'm going to go with Taya Valkyrie, Tessa Blanchard as the 2 big surprises in the Rumble.
All right. Who wants a spoiler? And this is not a spoiler. This is a prediction. Sorry, Paul. All right. One person who will be reappearing in the ladies' Royal Rumble match will be, come on, a drum roll, Giancarlo, Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, guarantee 100% Rhea Ripley in the ladies' Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Now, here's the other thing. As you've seen this week, the WWE filmed, Superstar Spectacular from India and all that. Expect one lady from that to appear at the Royal Rumble. Okay? Now, another thing. I'm not going to spoil it, but I've been told one is going to be from NXT, and that one I have confirmed is Rhea Ripley. One is going to be from the new, India and all that, and one is an old-time wrestler. So I'm not going to say names or whatever. I know who it is, but that. Now, let's get to the winner of, and by the way, another one from what I have heard, one returning, and the returning one, I'll probably give it away. Right now, there's speculation that the returning one will be Mark's favorite wrestler, the wrestler who has always won, had a Barry Horowitz streak, won 2 matches after losing 2,648, and that is Lana. Crush. Lana. Okay? So there you go. So, Mark, back over to you. Who's the winner of the 2021 Ladies Royal Rumble?
Um, can I say maybe two people? Maybe.
Yes, two people. Go ahead.
My first pick is Bianca Belair.
Okay, hold on. Bianca Belair will not win, but Bianca Belair will be the star of the Ladies Royal Rumble. That
Okay.
has been guaranteed to me.
And then my second pick is out of the blue here. I don't even know if she's even in the match, but I'm gonna probably say she is. Alexa Bliss.
Okay, Alexa Bliss is in the match, and that's a good pick. But is it the Alexa Bliss? The what is it? What is her?
I don't
Pain
know.
yeah. So okay, Alexa Bliss is a good pick. Giancarlo, who's your picks? You could give me two if you want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the exact same one as Mark. I think Alexa Bliss, the way we've seen her on Raw, the way she was facing Asuka, and it's like Asuka's offense didn't do anything to her. So I think it's gonna be this new version of her coming in. I don't think she'll come in at number one again like last year. Probably be like 25 or 30, but I see her coming in, and whoever's left, she'll just dominate and throw over. Hopefully, it's not something that it doesn't look too unrealistic, but I'm going to go Alexa Bliss on that, and Bianca Belair is the star in the match.
Number. I'll just say this because people are gonna email all over the place. And yes, one of the ladies being considered for the returning is the man. Yes, I said a lady and a man is the man. She had baby. She had the baby. She did a picture. You could check it out on Instagram or social medias in the gym holding her baby. We all know, and I'm gonna now we lead to the men's Royal Rumble match. The men's Royal Rumble match guarantee that Seth Rollins will make his appearance. Now, the other, I'll start this off. The other surprises, okay, as I heard, how am I going to say this without spoiling it? Let's put it this way. As you know, Edge is going to be in it, and Edge, from what I hear, will probably most likely win it. Now, the story everybody wanted to see Goldberg Roman Reigns. And that still may happen because there's two pay-per-views till WrestleMania. But here it is. Edge versus Roman Reigns. I know Edge is a Raw superstar. Randy Orton's feud with The Fiend or Bray Wyatt is going to continue till WrestleMania, a major blow-off match like pyro and everything. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they have an Inferno, Hell in a Cell, like everything like that. But I have heard that Edge wins the Royal Rumble and then shocks everybody by showing up on SmackDown and challenging the Tribal Chief. Okay, that's one thing that I have heard. Also, regarding the men's side surprises, I have heard the returning Edge. I have also heard NXT, and who is the guy from NXT? Come on, guys. You know he was the North American champion, and he lost, and he lost to Johnny Gargano now. And I don't want to say his name, but it starts with Damien. All right, so that is a guarantee also from what people have told me. But we'll start with Giancarlo. Give me two or three surprises, and then give me the winner.
Yeah, so for surprises, I'm gonna go. I don't think there'll be too many legend surprises like they've had in recent years, like maybe Big Show or Kane, like type of thing. I don't think so, because they probably want to just keep it what they have. Maybe bring an NXT guy over. I'm gonna go Adam Cole as a surprise. I'm gonna go also
Baby!
off the board here. Adam Pearce as a surprise, and
Oh
Brock
my God.
Lesnar as a
Brock
surprise. coming in.
Lesnar. Brock Lesnar. I have heard they're negotiating right now with Brock Lesnar about appearing for 3 events. So you can see one maybe is the Royal Rumble, one's WrestleMania, and probably one is SummerSlam. And just to before Mark answers, uh, The Rock hasn't been contacted. I know I'm going to get emails about, oh, The Rock's coming back, The Rock, Roman Reigns. And right now, anything could change. McMahon could wake up Sunday and say, okay, I need The Rock. But John Cena I have heard, will be at WrestleMania, and he may be at Royal Rumble. That's all I'm going to say. And by the way, John Cena has a new haircut. I know Giancarlo, who's the man of the haircut, cuts his hair every week. He looks at John Cena also. But Giancarlo, you didn't say who's going to win the Royal Rumble.
Brock Lesnar. That's who's going to win it. He's going to come in. I think Daniel Bryan and Brock are the favorites. I'm going to go still with Brock. I think he's going to just walk in at number 30 or 29 and throw the poor soul who's left in there thinking they won over. So I'm going with Brock Lesnar.
Okay, and who's the superstar of the match? You mentioned Bianca Belair will steal a match for the ladies' side. Who will steal a match for the men's side?
For the men's, I'm going to go Daniel Bryan. I think he's actually going to start at number 1. I'm going to go off the board there. I think Daniel Bryan is going to be the marathoner to get over, and I think when this match is over, we'll probably have a better idea. Maybe you'll have to go through the chambers, something like that, but I do think Daniel Bryan will be in a big match at WrestleMania.
All right, so he will be in a big match, but two guys I'm going to give you who's going to steal WrestleMania here. Daniel Bryan is correct, but everybody knows Daniel Bryan's going to have a phenomenal match. That it was penciled in before Monday that Daniel Bryan will win the Royal Rumble. Now it is being 50-50 shot between Edge and Daniel Bryan, but I'll give you two guys who are going to steal. Keith Lee and a surprise, Shinsuke Nakamura. And the other one who will surprise is Sheamus.
Yeah.
That's okay, Mark, go ahead.
So for me, my surprise guys, I'm gonna go with Brock as well. From NXT, I'm gonna say Karrion Kross when he comes in the Rumble, and I'm just gonna I guess like for a legend, I don't even know. I'm just gonna see what sticks here. But I think something I agree with Carlos. I don't know. Plus, because it's a pandemic, it's not gonna be like our normal Rumble, right? So I don't know if they bring in any legends, but probably Kane. Yeah, I guess. And I did think Bryan is gonna win, but I also think Keith Lee might win and Brock. So I'm kind of on the fence with those three. So. But if I have to pick one, I'm going to say Keith Lee.
All right. So now Randy Orton. Yeah. I'm going to say he's in part of the Royal Rumble match. And I don't know if you guys have heard, they're doing a rehearsal for the Royal Rumble for 6 hours on Saturday. I'm sending Mark to the Tropicana field to go on top of the roof there to pick out all the oranges and do a sneak peek at who shows up, who doesn't. But here it is. Randy Orton is going to be probably one of the top finishers, top 5, top 10. The lights go out, and you know what happens. Do you think that happens, Giancarlo? Something like that happens. Let's start off with you.
Yeah, I'm going to go eat one up that. I think that's going to happen, and it's going to be Edge and Randy Orton going up with The Fiend. It's going to be I think Edge is going to get involved in the story, and I think it's just going to carry over to WrestleMania. So The Fiend is going to start with Orton, work his way to Edge, and we're just going to see some more psychotic flame-throwing fireball stuff coming up until WrestleMania.
All right, and just Mark, what do you think?
Yeah, I think so too. I think Orton's gonna have like a stretch where he's gonna be RKOing everybody, and then we're getting 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and then we go and then the Fiend comes out where he's behind Randy, probably sets him on fire. Who knows? You know. But no, seriously, I think the Fiend he will show up. He will show up.
Don't forget the next pay-per-view is Elimination Chamber in 3 weeks, and then in 2 weeks later they got Fastlane. All right, so and then we got 2 nights of WrestleMania. 2 nights this year, WrestleMania 37, Raymond James Stadium, Super Bowl, home of the Super Bowl, April 10th, April 11th. They want to have 4 big matches, big matches on Saturday, 4 big matches on Sunday. It looks like it's going to be a 12 to 15 match card, and they want to have 4 or 5 big matches on each day. 1 championship defended, 1 main event championship defended on Saturday, 1 main event on Sunday. If I'm going to ask you this as we close down the Royal Rumble preview, Mark, we'll start off with you. Who should main event Saturday and who should main event Sunday? Is it the Raw Championship on Saturday and the SmackDown Championship on Sunday? What's a bigger draw? Let's say Drew McIntyre versus whoever. If it's Brock Lesnar, okay, is it better on Sunday or Saturday?
Would it be that one? Because that's the name. The bigger draw is Brock Lesnar. People would tune in more on Sunday. And then as for and then you go with Roman on Saturday. But if there is no Brock in the main event, then you go with Roman on the Sunday because he's the guy.
He's the tribal chief. He's the head of the table. You can't put the head of the table on a Saturday.
Exactly.
It's Sabbath.
And he probably put that in like a storyline to like, I'm the head of the table. I didn't get the WrestleMania or made a main event. Maybe on the Sunday, bigger night.
Okay, Giancarlo.
Yeah, I think it's gonna come down to like circumstance, like what feud is popular. Like last year, we saw Undertaker and AJ on night 1. It depends how many fans are there. They might go in a direction of an actual match as a main event instead of a cinematic thing. So originally, when I was thinking about it, when they had the 2 nights, I thought maybe Orton and The Fiend and Edge in a cinematic match would be a main event. But if they're going to have 20,000 people at Raymond James Stadium, I don't think they'll do a cinematic main event. So I'll go SmackDown champion on the Saturday, and then Brock versus, depending who the champion is, maybe it's Brock versus Roman, and that's a Sunday main event, or you do Brock.
So you're already stating that Brock is going to be wrestling WrestleMania. You guys are already saying that Brock Lesnar will be at WrestleMania. All right. First of all, to answer your question, Giancarlo, I have heard that they want to have 25 to 30,000 every night. So 22,000 in the crowd and about 5,000, 6,000 at ringside. So that's for the Super Bowl, they're having 22,000. For the Super Bowl next weekend, they're having 22,000. So when you think about the Super Bowl, think about massive stage at ringside or what. They could easily have 5,000 for ringside spread out.
That's true. New Japan, a wrestling kingdom where they had 40,000, but they were all social distance, and they didn't have anybody in the front row.
Yeah. So I suspect, and this is why they're doing a 2-night, because let's say they get 25,000 the first night, 25,000. That's still like one WrestleMania 50,000. That's pretty good. Of course, WrestleMania 38 they already announced it's going to be in Dallas Cowboys Stadium, 100,000. The Rock will be there, guarantee that. And WrestleMania 39, SoFi Stadium, another stadium that fits 100,000. So that is going to be the next 2 years. Is going to be really. They're going to announce they break records and everything like that. So okay, so yeah. So here's the whole thing. Okay, Royal Rumble leads the road to WrestleMania. Okay, are we excited for this year's Royal Rumble, Mark?
I'm excited for it, but not like how I used to be. Like last year, I was excited. Maybe just because like there's no crowd there, so like when like the entrance.
What do you mean? You're not on the TV screen? You're not going to be on the TV screen?
Are you kidding me? I'm not. God, I'd love to. You'd see me in my.
Right now, you're on the TV screen. Come on, look at that. He shaved his head. He shaved his beard. He's getting ready for the NHL Lowdown Saturday Hockey Night in Canada. That's what he is.
I got to present myself.
Yeah,
I need to recognize.
Wearing an Atlanta Braves jersey. Come on.
Yeah, but no. The thing is, like, I don't know. I'm excited, but like not how I usually am. It's just because like, it's so different. It'll be a different feel in the arena, right? So I think as time goes on, when the more Rumbles come, the excitement comes back for me. I was actually watching the 2020 and 2016 Royal Rumble yesterday on the free version of the network, and I'm like, wow, the 2016 Rumble actually kind of still holds up.
Do you remember who won the first Royal Rumble?
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hey, oh, never mind. All right, Giancarlo, same question to you. Are you excited for the Royal Rumble? And Giancarlo, do you want to be on here at midnight to do a recap of the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, I'll pass on that. But
Wait
yeah,
a minute,
Royal Rumble is usually
you're
my
gonna pass?
favorite event.
Okay, what if we do it at 11 instead of 12?
Yeah, I'll probably, depending on the screens and everything, probably be sleeping at this Rumble. It doesn't have that
No,
same
you won't.
excitement
You,
for
you
me.
got to do
Like
a
I
Royal
agree with
Rumble
Mark.
update.
Like
All right, go ahead,
yeah,
Giancarlo.
the Royal Rumble is usually it's usually my favorite one, like favorite pay-per-view. I like it more than WrestleMania just because of the uncertainty, like who's going to come out, who's the next entrant. Like for that I like it, but this year with the screens, no fans, like I think they should have just had some people at the Performance Center like they do with NXT be in the crowd just to have some sort of reaction, but I understand why they don't. Yeah, it's just that like the Royal Rumble is the most fan engagement pay-per-view they have, and to see no fans involved in it, really, it kind of takes away from the excitement.
All right. So, Mark, tell everybody as we close down the special On the Mat Wrestling Show Royal Rumble pay-per-view preview, tell everybody how they could get a hold of you social media-wise.
On Twitter at Mark Freitas4. Yeah, so that's way. Just tweet at me whenever. Talk hockey, wrestling.
And Mark will be back here to do Maple Leafs Forever pregame, and then Saturday night with Andrew, the postgame of Hockey Night in Canada tomorrow night. Giancarlo, tell everybody how they could get a hold of you.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at John_411, Instagram at Giancarlo_Alino, and the preview will be up on Barmer.ca. To see who I think will win the Royal Rumble, like I mentioned here, in case you missed this and you want to read it. So when it actually happens, I can say, look, I actually said this was happening. Brock Lesnar is my pick. I'm going to ride with that. And yeah, that's it.
And when you're wrong, do we spear you and F5 you and everything like that?
Oh, I'll go back and edit and say, yeah, I thought it was Edge all along.
All right. So everybody, Royal Rumble this Sunday, January 31st, 7 p.m. on the WWE Network. And maybe I could twist the arm of Giancarlo and Mark to maybe do, if it's big, surprising and all that, maybe do a quick preview here or review Sunday night of the Royal Rumble. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, no problem.